Okay, so here I am. I am going to tell you how to stay out of a real estate agent's web of contact. What's a web of contact? So I'm okay with exposing this because I don't do business like this. I don't call people who don't want to be called. I hate that. I like to give value, and then if somebody likes my vibe, I'll be like, let's work together, right? So this doesn't affect me, but this is how a lot of the industry works. Is there are things like paid ads, like Facebook ads, where the AI will give them your phone number, your first last name, and your email address, even just when you click on a random ad. When you sign up for random property searches on various websites just because you want to see the sold price, again, that puts you in the web. And lead magnets. So if you're downloading things like Free Buyer's Guide and they ask for your phone number and your email address, that again is going into their sales web. So what do they do with this stuff and why are they calling you? So in traditional real estate sales, it is a numbers game. So when your number goes into this realtor's database and you become a lead, you actually become a lead just when you click a Facebook ad, just randomly. You're gonna get a phone call most likely. Most of the time within 10 minutes of clicking an ad, if they get your phone number, they're going to call you if they're motivated. And it's a game of hustling. It's a game of numbers. So if they have a huge database of people who've clicked ads and started random searches, they are going to sift through that because they know through sales training and just statistics that it's a 2% chance that they're even going to get you to be willing to sit down for a meeting or go see a property. So they're dialing all those numbers because they know they have to sift through to find the gold, so to speak. So most agents, if they have dialing times, they're going to dial from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single day, and they have a dialing schedule. A lot of these agents have also been trained on sales scripts, so they have things like objection handling, which I like to call soft manipulation. And that's like if you call not a single mother, but like a mother who's vacuuming and she's got a baby on her hip. They're going to teach you what to say to get her to put the baby down and sit and talk to you on the phone about real estate. And this could be somebody calling, from a search that you signed up for 6 months ago. So again, it's scheduled touch points. They're scheduled into their program. They have them in their schedule. So they'll just go into their management system for customers and they will schedule, okay, I called them this time, they didn't pick up. I'm going to call them again in a week. I'm going to call them again 2 weeks later. I'm going to send them an automated text, and you're in their schedule now, right? You're scheduled in for contact points. So on average for real estate agents, they know it takes normally 8 touch points to get someone to do something if they're going to. Otherwise, what they will do if you do not convert into a buyer or a seller, they will most likely put you into a drip campaign that will drip emails to you to again put them in the top of your mind when you do decide to do real estate with them. And a lot of people get annoyed by this because they don't want to be signed up for emails, and a lot of agents don't ask permission, they just do it, which I think is actually illegal. But that's what happens with your information when you sign up for these things. And a lot of times, these text messages that are scheduled, these phone calls, a lot of them have dialers that they don't know who you are. They're just dialing the numbers and they're trying to convert, right? And the text messages are AI and are being sent automatically. So they're not even sending the text messages. They're just waiting to see if a fish bites on one of the lines. It is what it is. So if you do not want to be a person who is getting put into these scheduled calls, especially the other reason is because a lot of real estate agents who are senior agents, they have huge databases and they hire brand new agents to just call through these databases. Even if you're like a 2-year-old lead, they'll call you because they need sales. So your information normally does not disappear from these lists. It just sits, and eventually somebody who's motivated is going to call you. So the best thing to do if you don't want to be caught in that is, and if you insist on not working with an agent, is use Realtor.ca to search. Don't sign up for any property searches on a Realtor's website or random websites where they need your phone number and email, because that's going to be a point of contact for some agent down the road. Don't download any free downloads that need all that information, and try and avoid clicking on a bunch of different Facebook ads because that information, my hair's very, very frizzy, that information does go somewhere. Trust me. If you must use those automated searches and you just want sales prices, use a burner email that you don't value. I don't like to say give them a fake phone number, but if you don't want phone calls, give them a fake phone number. Sorry, I don't know. But the best thing I can say is if you want to have sales information and you want more statistics on things and you actually want help, dare I say, actually engage with one agent that you want to work with and perhaps would intend to work with in the future. So how do you approach that with an agent? Maybe you might find a realtor locally through a YouTube channel. Like I have a YouTube channel. I've met many of my clients through that because they see me and they trust me and they like what I'm doing and we work together. And I have many people who just say, you know, I am not ready to do anything, but I just want to look and I want information. And sometimes we go for a coffee and I educate them, and it's like a nurturing process, right? I know because they're communicating to me that they're not ready to do anything yet, but they have me set up a proper, more in detailed search in the back end of the MLS, and they use me for information because we've engaged, we're working, and they're not going to random realtors' websites. They come to one source and I give them the value that I can because I know I'm investing in a relationship with them and I'm giving them actual service, not just putting them in multiple different streams of, realtors' databases, right? They're in my database and I know not to harass them because I know where they stand in their process. This is also a really good technique if you want to suss out a real estate agent, because a lot of realtors, if they are super busy or it's not their business model, some realtors are not huge on nurturing. So if you're more than 3 months out, they don't want to deal with you. So if you want a realtor who has time to work with you and is more of a nurturing agent, not just a very transactional agent, you can wait a lot out, because if you ask for a search and you say, I'm not ready yet, but I just want some information, if they don't respond to you, you know that it's probably not going to be very quick responses when you're booking showings or what have you, right? They're there for who's ready to buy right here and now. Whereas there are many agents who are willing to help you in the beginning stages and act as an advisor to get you where you need to go, even though if it takes 2 years, 3 years, that's very common for me. I nurture people for up to 5 years sometimes. That is what it is. It's part of the business. So that is my biggest piece of advice if you want to stay out of a bunch of realtors' webs, is to get into one realtor's web that you trust and that you like, and be straightforward with them and say, I don't want to be in any drip campaigns, I just want to search, and make an open stream of communication and let them help you. And don't try to be evasive. It's many of the evasive people that just get calls from random agents that are lucky and they find them at the right time when they're ready to view a property. And then, if you're just subject to working with whoever's actually calling you at that moment, you're probably not sourcing out the best agent for you. So it's kind of, by being elusive and sleuthing around the internet, you're actually kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because you're not laying groundwork with an agent who's probably going to serve you better and might be more experienced than the junior agent who's just calling you from their database. I'm sure that, I don't know if that helps, but that's what I would recommend. If I was doing it over and I was looking for a real estate agent, knowing what I know now, I would never go sign up for a bunch of random things. I know where your information goes, and it's probably not what you want to happen. So find somebody who's cool, who's nice, who is willing to educate you, and pick them and communicate what you need, and you will get good service and you will have a fantastic relationship with your agent. So happy house searching. And if you're in my area and you want to search, just, as I said, call me or email. You don't even have to call. Just email an agent, right? If you're shy. So many people are shy these days. Anyways, take care. Bye.